Good afternoon, YouTube followers. Today, I was asked the other day on how to do a quick how-to video on the Salvino's Dodge Charger chassis and roll cage. I previously glued those together. You can see there's a little gap here. You go into the second hole on the tunnel and glue that on. But basically, I'm going to try to get through this real quick. The holes here work as kind of a tab that you can just put them right into, and they'll stay there. And then this fits in the holes back there, and you can put them right in. I'm using two different glues. I like Mr. Hobby cement. Stuff works great. It's a little bit hard. It sets up a little bit harder than Tamiya's does. So and I only have to hold it for a few seconds and it'll kind of set itself up. Just like that. The way Jim Rogers designed these roll cages with the, if you can see them here on these two ends, there's the pins, and then this one kind of holds it in on the side of the other cage. Just like that, and boom, your cage is done. Now at this point, I will actually put my roll cage on the chassis pan, get it in these holes, and basically that squares it up. So you can see that it's in the holes here and that it's in the holes up here. And then I can just go about adding the rest of my pieces. 90% of the time, this thing is so oops, messed that up. Most of the time I can just press that in there. But at this point, I'm just going to start adding my crossbars. Typically, I used to put this on the firewall portion, but instead there's some little tabs right on the end here, like that, where you can see them, that go into the firewall. But I just found it's just easier to cut those off with my nippers and square up the cage and get the cage completely done at this point. Level that out straight. Hold that for a few seconds and that will square itself up. I need to put some more glue back here. I pressed down too hard on that chassis pan and it come off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this off real quick and just set this aside, and then I can re-glue this. It won't take long with the Tamiya glue. Let's see, it's not quite square. There we go. Put those clips on there. There. I'm going to move this camera up just a little bit and tilt it down, give you a little better view. There we go. So at this point, I can just start putting the roll cage pieces together. And I've built so many of these, 10 to be exact. I've got 10 chargers in the case. Doesn't want to cooperate. Trying to do this fast for you, so it's not a lot of long drawn out video. And then this one's going to go down here. And then the 2 cross beams in the back. Then this front piece will go in up here. And then from here, what I do is I build off my front cage for around the engine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the current one that I have already built. And this is how the finished product looks. All the crossbars are in. Whoops. That back bar. And you can see I chose a different path on this one. I actually put the bar underneath, which it doesn't really matter. But the last few, I've actually been putting the cage together like this to make this stronger as I'm moving it around and messing with it. And then once it comes down to it, and I use the frame as a jig as well for the, and I just blew that piece off. I'll get that back on there. But I use the frame as a jig as well, and this thing just pops right on there precisely. And then I never really liked how the dash joins together with the firewall portion. So what I do is I made this dash template. I take a piece of 0.01 10,000th and cut a piece of styrene plastic, paint it semi-gloss black, put some glue on there, put it down, and boom. It fits on top. You can't tell it's a piece that sits on top, and you don't have to worry about cleaning up that line. So that's it. This is the charger I'm working on now. As you can see, I've got glass in. I'm in final stages in that, in my Pearson 67. But this is the next one up on board, using the excellent Ace model car decals, Charlie Glotzback's 71 Dodge Charger, with the fluorescent numbers. And that'll do it for today. Probably tomorrow I'll get my David Pearson car finished up, and I'll have that posted up for you. If you like the video or have any questions, please hit the like button down below if you have any questions, or leave me a comment. I always respond to all my comments. And I just hit over 400 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you guys tuning in. And you guys have a blessed day and stay warm. We got our first little snowfall today, so inside it is. Thank you guys, and have a blessed day.